23 people rescued after an explosion at the BGE building downtown. Right now, 9 people are in critical condition. Good evening, I'm Rachel Cardin.
And I'm Max McGee. We have team coverage along West Fayette Street. Kelsey Kushner with reaction when people first heard the boom.
But we start with Rachel Menitoff with the latest on the situation. Rachel.
Rachel and Max, good afternoon. As you mentioned, 23 people rescued from inside the building, including 2 contractors who were actually tethered to the scaffolding, which you can probably see behind me. Tonight, 21 people are in the hospital with varying conditions.
You may want to avoid that area because there's heavy damage on the 16th floor.
Baltimore fire crews responded to an explosion which ignited a fire near the top of the BGE building downtown.
Just a shocking boom.
Trapping 2 contractors who were working on the outdoor scaffolding.
Both sets of scaffolding are extremely compromised. There's not much holding them on at this point.
I think it's sad. I hope they can save the people that are inside.
As part of a harrowing rescue, Baltimore Fire's special ops team was able to pull them to safety.
One of our members had to step out on the scaffold, climb up the scaffold, and bring him through the 11th floor.
More than 20 people were taken to the hospital with critical and serious injuries.
We need everyone to be praying for the people that we know are in serious condition, folks who suffered injuries.
BGE says it's been working on its air handling and boiler system, which likely caused this to happen.
The block wall under the roof is compromised.
At this point, we're still investigating. We know it was a construction-related incident. There was work being done in a largely vacant building.
Some of the walls are pushed in.
At about 8:20 this morning, it just threw me right out of bed.
Matthew Clyde lives just a few buildings away.
I had no idea where it was coming from. It could be in my building, the building next door. All I could think was I got to get out.
Mayor Brandon Scott thanked all of the first responders out here for their life-saving work. He says were it not for their quick response, the outcome could have been much worse. Reporting live downtown, I'm Rachel Menitoff for WJZ.
Rachel, thank you. Let's head to Captain Cindy Thrift with Chopper 13 hovering above. Cindy, explain what you're seeing.
Max, thank you. So we're right now taking a live look at the rooftop where we can see some heavy damage where there was that partial roof collapse. Right now we're looking at some of the panels that are damaged so badly that we can actually see into the building from the rooftop. As many crews have left the scene, we're seeing a lot of emergency personnel that have left. The Baltimore City Mobile Command Unit does remain on the scene. Baltimore City Police Department right now does have Fayette Street closed to traffic between St. Paul Street and Liberty Street. For now, reporting live from Chopper 13, I'm Captain Cindy Thrift.
Thanks, Captain Cindy. Let's head to Kelsey Kushner now with reaction from someone in the area. Kelsey.
Rachel, yeah, we spoke with somebody today who says he was just walking on the sidewalk. He saw smoke in the air. He heard that boom, but he didn't know what happened until he looked up.
The glass on the building shook when it went boom. And I didn't know what it was.
Roger Lewis says he was walking on the sidewalk along the Radisson Hotel in Baltimore Wednesday morning when the ground shook underneath him.
It was like a shock, like a big vibration. As we walked further up to try to figure out what's going on, that's when we seen the debris falling.
Lewis says he heard a loud boom and saw smoke. He says it wasn't until he looked up that he saw the scaffolding fall from the 16th floor of the BGE building, with 2 men trapped on it, clinging for their lives.
I tried to dial 911.
Lewis says the explosion blew out some of the building's windows. He watched in shock as firefighters and first responders shut down traffic and rushed to help the dangling men. Lewis says within 30 minutes, firefighters broke a window on the 10th and 11th floor and pulled them through. Now here's another live look there at that scaffolding on the side of the building. Now police, they still have this entire street. This is West Fayette Street that's blocked off to cars, but that's not stopping foot traffic. We've seen a lot of people make their way out here just to look at that scaffolding. Reporting live here in Baltimore, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.